looked your best. But one of the other important things is to mentally prepare yourself for these interviews. If we're not mentally prepared, we may have a nervous breakdown. I've personally experienced getting really nervous and because I let somebody intimidate me, basically because they have a high title. And okay, I'll let you in. I went to an interview, and as soon as I walked in the door, there were two ladies sitting there, and the way they looked at me was like, their shit don't stink. I'm gonna be straight up. As if they were just sitting on high chairs and you were like the lowest of the low. And I was like, shit, I was not prepared for this. Like, usually I ace my interviews, they go great, I feel confident, but for some reason, I let them intimidate me. And after that interview, I was like, hell no. Like, I'm never letting anybody make me feel that I am beneath them. I don't know, maybe some of you understand me, some of you don't, but that's how I felt. And I just want to let you in on some things on how to prepare yourself not to feel like that, because we aren't beneath anybody. We're all human beings, and we shouldn't feel like that. So after that interview, I really thought about things, and I'm like, I can never go into another interview like that. Like, this is bad. This is really bad. So what I did was I thought about some things, well, number one is always read up on the company that you're interviewing for. They use some terms that I was not sure of, but those terms were on the job description, so that's very important. It's very important to look at the job description and study it. Like, you're in school studying for a test, or at work studying for a test, just study it. And if you need to look up some words or look up their department and learn about things, you need to do that, because you know what I did? They asked me about like certain districts and what they did, and then they asked me about some words I did not know, and I was like, can you repeat the question? And my hands were all sweaty and I was all nervous, and I was like, shit, I'm telling them to repeat the question and I'm not even listening. It was bad. It was so bad. So yeah, I just learned that it's really good to read about the company and other things like that, because after that I went to another job interview, and I did that. I learned about it, and come the interview, they asked me some questions, and they're like, oh, our blah 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 director, and I was like, oh yeah, so and so, and she works for this section, right? And they were like, oh wow, I am very impressed that you knew that. Some people come in here and they don't know who that is, and in my head I was like, I know. So that was like the interview that didn't go so well. That was a big eye opener for myself, and it helped me improve myself with future interviews. So yeah, we always have to mentally prepare ourselves, because we don't know what we're gonna go into. There are many interviews that are different. Some may be for an office job, or for a restaurant, or for a supervising position in a restaurant or at an office job, and they ask you different questions. I recently went to some supervising interviews, and they did ask me different questions, and I've never supervised, so that can be really challenging. But I feel like I aced that interview. It went very well. You just have to put yourself in a manager's shoes. Like, they ask you, if there was an issue, for example, for a supervising interview, for example, they would ask, what would they ask? Like, if you were in a situation where there was miscommunication between two people, and then they came to you because they were upset about something, how would you assess the situation? And I've gone to many trainings, and I've learned a lot. And they talk about, you know, treating others how you want to be treated, and obviously, right? And I also remember learning about like, how did they say it? Like, dealing with the problem and not the person. Like, trying to fix the problem and then talking to the person about it. You know, if somebody comes to you, like, for example, somebody comes to you and they're like, oh, Susie did her job wrong, like, now this lady's not gonna get paid and she's upset and I don't know what to do, and but it's all Susie's fault. And, you know, I would tell them, like, okay, I will speak with Susie, but here's what needs to be done to fix the situation so that this lady gets paid. Because ultimately, the number one thing is that this woman or man gets the service that they need, despite anything behind that, you know. And then from there, you then talk to Susie. You ask her to come into the office and, you know, talk about what happened and what you can do to fix it, to prevent things like that from happening in the future. I feel that coming at your employee in a calm manner and taking many things into consideration, you know, are they going through something, or things like that, are very important things to think about. I'm not going to just sit here and say, Susie, you messed up, like, you're fired, you know. No, that's not, no, I wouldn't do things like that. I wouldn't, because, you know, we want people to succeed, and we, you know, we want to teach people the right way from the wrong way, right? So those are just some basics that I wanted to discuss. But if you guys have any other questions or concerns, let me know. Concerns, like there's going to be a concern, like you did this wrong. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and thanks for tuning in. Until next time.